We're proud of what we do, and it's a privilege for us to care for, build relationships with, teach, and learn from these amazing animals. Now, more than ever, we are honored to share our relationships with the whales and what we have learned with all of you. And now, SeaWorld proudly presents Orca Encounters!
Charge your phone.
Our world has one interconnected ocean. A vast blue expanse critical to life on Earth. And there's no better animal to represent the ocean's beauty than the killer whale.
They live in every corner of the ocean, from the Arctic to the Atlantic, the Southern to the Indian, to the Pacific and beyond.
The killer whale story is the ocean story, and it's one we all share.
We are one world, united by our ocean.
before, you may know that this is not quite how it goes, and that's okay. They do make decisions for themselves, so we're just going to let them sort out whatever it is socially for a minute. for that presentation. Our Orca Encounter presentation is split up into different segments, and sometimes we might jump around to one or another, starting with an opening like you can see here, which is a lot of high energy behaviors. And this actually coincides a lot with behaviors that we do on a daily basis with all of our children. A lot of them are high energy, sometimes they're more healthcare based or husbandry sessions. Sometimes we're learning new behaviors. Are there any kids here today that go to school or went to school this week? Awesome, yeah. Yell something out that you learned this week. Was it something in science maybe? Or maybe mathematics? The same with our killer whales. They learn in all different ways. We're going to learn by us teaching them new behaviors. Sometimes these behaviors might be something like teaching them how to do a front flip or a high jump. Sometimes it might be asking them to sit very, very still. And for any parents out there that have young kids, you might know that is the hardest behavior ever. The way that we teach our killer whales is the same way that you would learn, is through positive reinforcement, encouraging behaviors that we want to see more of, and just ignoring the ones that we don't. So right now, what we're seeing is that they're very social. Socially meaning that they like to touch each other, they want to be around each other, and they rely very heavily on that social structure of theirs. In a killer whale society, they are dominated by a matriarch. That is the head lady. She is the big at home, right? Yes. So our matriarch here is Katina. She's our 49-year-old female matriarch, and she has two kids that live with us here, Nalani and Makayo. And Malia is another member of our female pod, and then we also have Trua. So total of 5 killer whales: Katina, Nalani, Malia, Trua, and Makayo are the 2 boys. Our youngest right now is Makayo, who's 14 years old, and our oldest is Katina, who's 49. And in between there, we have a lot of teenagers. And it's just like having teenagers at home. They're going to communicate with each other in ways that we don't quite understand all the time. And so for us, it's very important to let them sort it all out on their own. Sometimes that means mom gets in the way to let them know what is actually supposed to be happening. And sometimes it means letting them figure it out by themselves. Now I want to talk a little bit more about those different kinds of healthcare or sessions and husbandry sessions that we do with our killer whales, because that is the core of what we do here at SeaWorld. We want to make sure that they are well cared for every single day. And sometimes that means asking them for different kinds of healthcare behaviors. How many of you like to go to the doctor's office? I know I don't. I had to go get a dive physical this morning. And one of the things that we did then is actually a big blood sample draw. And the way that you do it is you present your arm, right? They take the blood sample and then they are able to run that through diagnostic testing. It's the same way with killer whale, except a little bit larger. So we ask them to roll over upside down, present their tail fluids, and our veterinarians actually collect the blood sample about once or twice a month. And we are able to run those diagnostics. Because they don't have voices to be able to tell us how they're feeling, we rely a lot on those healthcare behaviors, which is why they are so important for them to voluntarily participate in. There is nothing I can do to make them do anything that they do not want to do. With our smallest killer whale weighing in at over 5,300 pounds, and our largest just now tipping the scales at over 8,000, they are always going to have the option to say no. And so you'll see us draw a lot of positive attention towards those healthcare behaviors, because we want to make sure that they are voluntarily getting participating in them, and also getting the right reinforcement or reward that they very well deserve. Now that reward can be fish, it can also be ice cubes, it can be jello or playtime with a toy. It can be a big rub down session. We have a dog that really likes getting scratched behind the ear to kind of lean into it. It's the same way with the killer whale. And some of them really enjoy that tactile response that we might be able to give to them. Along with those healthcare sessions, and having fun is also a very important part of our day. Just earlier today, we were just doing some fun rub downs. We might play with toys, bring out big toys, a little bit bigger than the ones that you might have at home. But they are all large and made of very durable plastic, so that way they are able to withstand a killer whale who can swim at up to 30 miles per hour. And they weigh quite a bit, so we want to make sure that they're able to either be super durable or alternatively be very edible. An edible toy can consist of jello or gelatin mixed in with hot water, but it's not quite the same jello that you and I would eat. There's no sugar in there or flavoring. We just like to add fun food coloring sometimes to it to make it look different and change up the levels of jello and water for different consistencies. So that's one way that we can engage with them with different toys. Now I'm going to go back here in just a moment and get an update and see where we're at and what we're going to try to ask to do. The goal is for us usually to ask the whales to participate together, either in one habitat, or they might tell us something else. So we're going to ask them to all join together, and that's the first part of the mission. is seeing as they will all come together in one spot. We're going to see if we can close that doorway and continue on with our presentation. But I'm first going to go back and get an update. So in the meanwhile, we're going to get a video rolling here in just a second. And I'm actually going to hop on the stage in a couple of minutes and let you guys know a little bit of an update. And then we'll see if we can continue on with this presentation. If not, don't worry. We do still have another one later on this afternoon. We're not canceled by any means yet. So let me just go back there and get an update. And you guys at the top, you can roll that video.